Please, sir.
Hi, I got reconnected. Okay, this is Vinay. Can you hear
Wait
me?
a minute.
Yes, Vinay.
Yes,
Okay,
Vinay, you
we
can
were
speak.
talking about the upcoming elections and with respect to Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party, right?
Yes, Rahul Gandhi.
Actually, yeah. I'm from. I'm actually a resident from Bangalore. Uh, Whatever you're discussing, I was going through all of that. Whatever Narendra Modi have done, or BJP or Congress have done. Like, the locals from Karnataka and Bangalore, we are uh, if I'm talking out of the topic or it is kind of political, I don't care, but I want to convey the topic because we being Bangaloreans or a resident of Karnataka, we people here are definitely fed up, because the leadership is literally broken, and like BJP is trying to control our politicians as a puppets, and no, none of our politicians are trying to focus on the uh, actual problems in our state. And I actually stay in Rajajinagar, and I see our Prime Minister just coming here to inaugurate the half-broken projects. If you see the Mysore Highway project, it is actually it is not complete at all, and he came to inaugurate it. And this Whitefield and Metro project, he also came to inaugurate it. I'm against it. Okay, BJP government is doing good in inaugurating the projects or anything like that, but uh, people in Karnataka are literally not happy with the whatever the performance this BJP government is doing. They are not handling the traffic congestion, and literally everything in Karnataka refers to only development in Bangalore, and BJP is not expanding the development apart from Bangalore to other districts. We see North Karnataka is literally neglected, and apart from that toy cluster, nothing has been nothing is everything is neglected. So that is
Hello.
what we need to convey to that BJP party.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Krishna Surikant has joined with us. Good evening, Anna.
Hi. Hello.
Yes, Anna,
Please
you
go
are
ahead.
audible.
Am I audible?
Yes, Anna, yes.
I'm sorry. I was trying very hard to join this. Finally, I have succeeded. I think I have joined in somewhere middle. Uh, I'm sorry to interrupt. Uh, who was speaking?
Uh, no, we are
Today,
speaking on particular topic. So the topic is Rahul Gandhi disqualification from the parliament. So would you like to express your views on that?
Uh, okay. I'm not aware of this, the recent events. So I want to hear what others are saying on
Okay,
this topic itself.
okay, Anna. So anyone also like to talk on this matter or ask any question to the speakers?
can I speak on this Rahul Gandhi disqualification?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. This Modi's government just the Modi community which just disqualified Rahul Gandhi as MP from Gujarat High Court. It is not unfair. Means Like imagine if in the future, if a Modi government just goes around and disqualifies a Sidramaya government or a DMK government and calling them they're just undemocratical, or they just go around misusing our PPF or any pension schemes, and they will just go around and using those funds to fund their capitalistic friends like Adani or even Reliance Industries. So that is going to be a really big hamper for us, right? We being a common our hard-earned money in PPF or APF, and imagine if there is no opposition to BJP, and in the future BJP goes around and takes our PPF or EPF amount and just invest their money in some private equity amount or any equity fund like any groups or anything like that. Like yeah, we need to keep a check on that, right? So like, if BJP goes around arresting people like opposition of Rahul Gandhi or any like you can understand, right?
I think this relates more to the next question, Mahesh, which you had asked.
Yes, sir. Okay. So I would make a request that please stay on the topic. Don't just rant and make unnecessary points unrelated to the topic. Okay. So
No,
yes,
your next question to that, it is more relevant, I personally feel.
yes, sir. So my next question is: do you think BJP will be able to cross 300 mark this time? Because many people are quite upset with BJP. Even the right wing seems to upset with BJP because they haven't fulfilled the promises made in the manifesto, and BJP. So that's what I want to ask. So let's start with GV sir.
No, before you ask the question, you have made some assumptions in the question. So please give the clarification, which all you think you generalize that most of the people are upset, which may or may not be true. And the second point is that you said they have not fulfilled the promises. Just give one or two examples so that
Yes
the
sir. Yes,
speakers
sure.
would have say a better idea to answer
Yes,
it.
sir. Yes, sir. Sure, sir. So, yes, sir, like UCC, Uniform Civil Code, which BJP promised to implement, so that was not fulfilled, and many are thinking that BJP is now trying to appease Muslim vote bank. So that is also another thing that right wing is a little upset with BJP. So that's the thing I wanted to say. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. GV sir, you can speak.
Okay, thank you. What I want to happen and what may happen may or may not be the same. As an unabashed Modi supporter and a so-called Andhbhakt, what I would like to happen is, Ab ki baar 400 par. Why 300? Why not 400? But I know that is that is overly optimistic. Overly optimistic. What will happen is the usual states where they don't get their seats, like Bengal, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, they will. It will either be status quo or perhaps they may lose a couple of seats too. I don't expect them to get more seats there, but in their strongholds they will do better. What I suspect is that something is cooking on the Pakistan issue. We know what's happening over there. And I think the Indian government is very wisely and very intelligently biding its time and not taking an action because they don't need to. Pakistan is itself taking all that action that is necessary for us to come out victorious in this issue. Something may happen sometime, probably in January. They will allow things to drift, they'll allow things to get worse. Finally, it will be a walkover. I have a feeling when that happens, it is likely that something very decisive will happen in about 5 to 6 months, in time for the election, and that will boost Modi's ego, I mean prospects, and his reputation to such heights that it will be a walkover for him as far as getting seats there. He is definitely getting a majority. There's no doubt about it. I do not know the exact seats. I personally would like him to get as many as possible. But it will be enough for him to be able to form a government on his own. And I sincerely hope that he will not have to go begging for support from minor parties here and there to sort of cook up a coalition. Anyway, that is just my hopes, and I hope that my hopes come true.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Elin Joshi, sir, would you like to speak?
Yes, thank you, Mahesh.
Yes, sir.
I always maintain that in elections, I hate to predict anything. I've been seeing elections seriously from 1971 onwards, and I know that elections can be a dicey thing to predict, even with psephology and all that. As it looks today, no doubt BJP is going to emerge as the single largest party. And you can say that around 210 to 220 seats are almost on the platter. But it is the journey from this point to the clear majority mark that is going to depend on a number of factors. And all of them are right now in a state of flux. So it is difficult to say exactly what will happen. Like a good batsman, Modi and Shah are known to time their actions very well. And I tend to agree on one aspect that there are certain things cooking, particularly on Afghanistan-Pakistan border, Afghanistan-Balochistan border, which may take a completely different turn in the times to come. And timing will be around that time when probably the decision of Supreme Court will come on Rahul Gandhi. This is what will make the journey from 220 upward. And this actually will not stop at 300. It will, if it goes his way, it may actually be 330, 340 seats that he will get. If you track the election results, particularly from 1984, when BJP came into being, before that it was Bharatiya Janata Sangh, and before that part of Janata Party. But if you track it from 1984, and I have stated it also in some of my answers, I consider Congress and BJP to the centrist parties. One is slightly right of center, other is slightly left of center. And I also agree with one of the observations that BJP has also now turned slightly left of center. But both are centrist parties. And these centrist parties are, for the last 30, 40 years, together have been getting anything between 340 to 360 seats. You can do the calculation, except 1984, when, of course, that was a completely different election, played on emotional grounds. Apologize to Narendra Modi, but he should have done that. BJP, in their calculation, was very, very right. If a non-issue, any government, I don't blame them, any government, if it can force the opposition to pick up a non-issue, then the real issues get in the background. And that is exactly what they successfully did. They also had a bonus, and this bonus was, this matter may go to High Court, Supreme Court, whatever it happens. But for the next 6 months, Rahul Gandhi does not have the protection of speaking in Parliament. In Parliament, you can utter anything, any rot you can utter, and get off with it. And that facility has been denied to Rahul Gandhi for the next 6 months. And knowing Congress, which looks at Rahul Gandhi for every single development.
I'm not an RJD fan, but he's better than say Rabri Devi. So Kejriwal has met him. So, but he's not talking about his degree, even though he's 9th pass, and one day he will become the CM of Bihar, today or tomorrow. So you need a basic qualification, and that's it, and common sense. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, Arvind Warrior, sir, would you like to express any views?
Yeah. Thank you, Mahesh, for the invitation. Yeah, regarding degree, it's okay. I don't have any problem with. It is not mandatory for a prime minister to have degree. That is clear. But the point I would like to raise is, what is this entire political science? See, the problem arises when there should be some credibility in that degree. See, I don't have any problem if Narendra Modi submits in the election that affidavit that he is 10th class fail. It's not. It is irrelevant. But the point is, what does it entire political science means? See, I am into academics, and it doesn't make sense for me. What is this entire political science? See, when he says MA political science, it makes perfectly good. But what does it mean, entire political science? And see, see, when you're doing some forgery, something, you should do it in a credible manner. You don't do something like, okay, entire political science, entire public administration. It doesn't make sense. That is the whole thing is, okay, I don't have any problem with the prime minister failing 10th class or he's illiterate. It doesn't matter to me, because I believe a leader should have skill, leadership skill, and Narendra Modi is absolutely a brilliant leader from leadership skill point of view. But the point is, why? What is this entire political science degree? That is where the ambiguity arises, and this is the exact reason. And see, actually, Prime Minister is actually giving opportunity for the opposition to make a fuss of it. Like if they presented a fake degree certificate, political science, it would have made there won't be any issue at all. But what is this entire political science? That entire political science, see, that is where the ambiguity arises. That's what I'm telling. See, this is what I want the. See, when you're doing, when you do something, see, there is no need for the prime minister to tell I have completed MA or BA, because 10th class is more than sufficient. It's not even required. Fourth class is enough, because but here the thing is that you give some degree, and that itself is like it doesn't, like I have never seen in my life entire political science. See, this is the reason I believe Arvind Kejriwal is asking and questioning, and see, I don't have a problem that the prime minister should have a degree. No, I am not that person, because I believe leadership is beyond education and degree certificates. But the thing is, when you do something, like when you do a like when you do when you're forfeiting a degree or something, you should do it very perfectly. That crime should be done in a very well, in a very systematic manner, so that the people, opposition cannot question it. But here, that entire political science is like, I don't know what exactly this entire is. That is the main thing. Other than that, I don't have any problem with prime minister. Like, this is what I would like to say.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Hmm.
And next, moving on, Subramanya Duraisamy Anna, would you like to express your views? Hello.
We can't hear him.
Yes, we can't. Hello, Subramanya Duraisamy Anna.
Has he muted himself by any chance?
Yes, sir. He has muted himself.
So you have to tell him how to unmute.
Yeah,
Yes,
can
sir,
you hear
yes.
me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. I guess there is some problem with the internet or Skype. I don't know. I'm staying in a PG right now, and you know about how PGs are here, right? Okay. So the topic is about is it about Narendra Modi's degree, or is it about
Yes, sir.
his elections, or I missed the conversation between. Can you
Yes,
set
sir.
the
It's about
context?
yes, sir. It's about Prime Minister's degree. So, is it a mandatory requirement, or should Prime Minister have leadership skills?
Sorry, can't hear him.
Yes. Subramanya Duraisamy Anna. Are you connected with us?
I would say let's go. He may join later or he may speak later.
Okay, Sayan Mukherjee, would you like to express your views?
Yes, thank you, Mahesh. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay, I would only like to add that I don't think it is necessary to have very high education qualification to run the country. Like I will get some examples. Like Chidambaram is MBA from Harvard, I think, and we all know what he did. Then we also have Manishankar Iyer, who is from Cambridge, and we all know what kind of language he uses for the prime minister. So, in short, I would like to say we have educated people sitting in offices literally writing mercy petitions for terrorists. Right? We all know
Yes.
what are they doing. I think the reason people support people like educated people or politicians like Arvind Kejriwal is that they are well educated. I think most people are brainwashed from childhood that education is equal to goodness, but I don't think that is true. For to run the country, I think you need administration skills more than the education. Like for example, I would say you try to visit any random RSS shakha in any part of the country in any time of the year and see what they teach to the students there. It's patriotism, services, goodness, honesty, and simplicity. The RSS shakas do it for every day for all the people. So I think simplicity matters more, and also the administration skills rather than these monstrous education degrees. That is all I want to say.
Okay, thank you for your views, Sayan. Anyone from the participants would like to speak on this topic? Please raise your hand. Anyone? Yeah, Aman Kumar, you can unmute your mic and speak, Aman Kumar.
Thank you, sir, for giving me opportunity. As in my opinion, I must say that this matter is also in a gray shade. As from very childhood, we had a perception that for a country, we must see our political leaders to be educated. But yeah, you have to not be have any degree, so it's fine. But you have to have enough qualification to be on that position, because you have brilliant IS officers who can assist you. So it's not a making matter for the opposition right now. But yeah, there must be a little bit mistake from, I must say, from the BJP itself, that they are making this, they themselves making this issue whole a ruscus, that in a manner that they are first they are declaring that our PM is have a entire political science degree, but then in one of the speeches of older times, RPM has gone viral that he didn't have any proper education. So they need to give a proper answer to end this ruscus. Otherwise, but in my opinion, it is not mandatory to have a entire degree. You have to be well settled and not so much qualified, because IS officers are enough to I mean to act on your decisions. The main matter here is that the which matter is that you have decision making capability. So that's in my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Aman
Yeah,
Kumar.
yeah. Hi
I
guys,
would like to add
joined.
one point. That
Yeah,
interview he's talked about, that interview, that clip is half clip. He says, I don't have any degree. And then he goes on to say, I think it is Rajiv Shukla, that I passed exam as an external student. Thank you.
thank you, sir. SDN,
Yeah, hi. Have joined. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can
yes,
hear you, but I
Yeah,
didn't get the name. I didn't catch the name.
yeah.
Subramanya Duraisan.
Yeah. You
Oh,
just call me SD. Okay.
hi.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. So I mean, I read a Quora answer from Mr. Ravi Sundararaman. At this point, raking up, whether Narendra Modi's degree is, authentic or his literacy level. It is the opposition is running out of points to attack him on legitimate issues. My political affiliation, right? I'm center right, and a lot of people have accused me a lot of names. Some people have even called me that I'm a bot. I don't exist. So I think this meeting would change that perception. I really exist and I'm a real person. Okay. But they are just run out of points, and to attack or to question the government on. There are a lot of legitimate issues. One issue is we are getting oil from Russia. So why is the price not lower? That is one question which we can ask. Or what is being done to spur the manufacturing? What is the result of PLIs? I have been tracking PLIs, and it is, yeah, there are some improvements as far as mobile manufacturing is concerned, but on a whole they don't seem to dent much to counter our counter China or or Vietnam or something like that. These are the points which forget Rahul Gandhi, anybody, like any opposition or any leader should be talking on. Raking on the Narendra Modi's political science degree is, I feel that they have not got anything to work upon right now. It doesn't matter. All of us agree that his degree or not is irrelevant right now. What matters is his performance. He is slated to become the third time straight time prime minister, which is a feat which is repeated only by Jawaharlal Nehru. And at this point of time, when you're raking up his degree, you're attacking the lot of people, like who have come from humble backgrounds. For example, take myself. I have come from I did my schooling in a government college, and I did my UG from a government institute, where Tamil was the primary medium, and later on only I got used to English. And Modi comes from that kind of a background. Not only Modi, half of 3/4 of India comes from that kind of a background. And when you are attacking him on his degree, people perceive it as attacking themselves, not Modi's credibility or whether he has lied in an election affidavit or not. That's not that. It happens in India. So my point is that you should not focus on this right now. I'm a Modi supporter, but when I look at it from a critics viewpoint, right, there are many points which I can raise for the opposition to question Modi government on. I have written some of it on Quora as well, but you should. No, I feel that this entire controversy is not needed at all, especially when elections are near. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Anna, for your views. So one one guest speaker raised his hand. You can unmute yourself. One guest speaker has raised his hand. You can unmute yourself and speak. Okay. I think he is not connected. Anyone who would like to speak on this particular issue from audience?
I would like to add a point here. I'm Arvind. The thing is that I'll tell you why opposition is taking this as relevant. I'll tell you, because you see, if the degree certificate is fake, this entire political certificate is fake, actually he'll be disqualified as a member of parliament, and he has to resign from the post of the prime minister. See, actually, what opposition does, opposition tries to find out loopholes where they can bring down the prime minister or chief minister. So the same thing. So that is the reason opposition. See, the thing is that BJP itself is giving an opportunity for the opposition to raise this issue, because if they have placed the degree certificate at political science, then there won't be any problem. But the word entire has given an opportunity, as a golden opportunity for opposition to continuously talk about it. And in case if courts accept it, like in the Supreme Court or the High Court, they accept it, and if it is proved that it is a forged certificate, he'll be disqualified. We have already seen with Rahul Gandhi resigning, right, due to that for a court verdict. So same thing can happen. So opposition is taking it relevant because opposition wants to bring down the prime minister. That is the way it works. So it is relevant from that perspective. Other than that, I don't see degrees really needed for a prime minister to run the country. I don't believe that, because I believe in leadership skills. That's the only thing I have to add here.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir. Sure, sir.
I feel that the opposition is barking up the wrong tree. They are making a serious mistake. The point is, more voters don't have degrees than voters with degrees. By doing all this, the opposition is foolishly generating sympathy for Modi from several millions of voters, because they will identify with Modi and then support him just to be with him and stand with him. So I think they are going to lose more votes than what they will gain. They are, counting on the remote possibility of something happening like what happened to Indira Gandhi in in the late 70s, when on a technical issue, the Allahabad High Court judgment unseated her. I don't think this can happen. And finally, this matter has been discussed and thrashed out in a proper court of law, and a judge has already given a decision. So why are we even debating this? Why don't we just put it to rest? I do not know. So by raking it up, they are probably damaging their own cause. They can hammer Modi on 100 other points: economy, Muslim Hindu divide. So many other points are there where there is a chance of attacking Modi with more force and with more conviction than this utterly trivial thing. So this is just my opinion, and I feel it will just backfire on them. Thank you.
Thank
Just
you,
one sentence.
Yes,
So, and I would like that. My personal opinion is that if Modi is disqualified on any issue, I don't think he will be disqualified. I will be very happy. Then, so for example, if BJP wins and Modi is disqualified, then Yogi will become PM, and all these guys will have a bigger problem to handle.
Anyway, GB, what I think about this is that the last 9 years is the period in which the opposition, and I'm just not singling out Congress, but majority of opposition parties have not worked on their weaknesses, have not worked on their organizational reach, and that is what is making them clutching at straws. Now, this is one of those straws which they are clutching at, and I agree with you on one aspect, that the more they attack this man personally, the more they damage their cause. I see it's obvious to everyone that if Manishankar Aiyar calls him a chaiwala or Sonia Gandhi calls him a smauth ka saudagar, he just turns that to his advantage. And his best comes when he is attacked. And you are doing exactly the same. You are attacking him personally. I don't know why they are doing it. Either they are dumb or their advisors are really poor. But I think if majority of people have spoken about it, then can we have to another question? If, of course, but
Yes, sir.
with the
Sure,
permission
sir.
of Mahesh.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. We can. Anyone like to ask any question regarding the speaker's views? Okay, then we will move on to the next topic. Okay. Okay, then so the next topic, Abhigyan Datta raised his hand. Okay, Abhigyan Datta. Okay, you can speak.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
So I have a question for GV sir.
yes.
That sir, you mentioned a point previously that some politicians are dangerously educated. So what do you mean by that statement? Can you elaborate on that?
Simple. They don't use their knowledge for the benefit of the people and the country. They use it for their own selfish gains. As simple. Such a man is dangerous. As simple as that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you, Abhigyan Datta. Anyone else? Because we will move on to the next topic. Okay, then. So our next topic is about Rahul Gandhi disqualification from the parliament, because I think it's one of the quite trending topic right now in our country. So we would like to take opinion from our top writers. So starting from Gopal Krishna GV sir. So I would like to take your opinion first on Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. Do you think government has any hand in this entire matter?
I feel sorry for him. I'm going to miss him, and BJP is going to miss him, because as long as he was there, he was acting and talking in, I mean, things which were actually benefiting the BJP. If he's not going to be there, we are going to miss him. But yes, the law of the land is the law of the land. If they can attack Modi on this degree, then these people can also attack him on what he did. And that guy, he could have, diffused this issue in one simple way. All that he had to do was say, sorry, Baba, I made a mistake. I didn't mean it. Please excuse me. I will not say it again. The entire issue would have, the balloon would have burst. The entire issue would have died down. But his intransigence, his arrogance, possibly under the wrong advice of his supporters, has simply made the problem worse. Now let it go to the court. He will go and appeal. I don't know what the next judge will do. After that, again, it will be probably appealed again. Finally, the Supreme Court will be wasting its time on these petty things when there are 1,000 other more important things to attend to. That is the tragedy of this nation. Thousands and thousands of cases hanging and pending with the Supreme Courts, and the Supreme Court giving preference to all these petty issues rather than really important issues which are pending with them. Anyway, let it follow its due course and let it come to a logical conclusion on its own. I personally, I would love to see Rahul Gandhi in politics and in parliament, because I find his speech is entertaining, and I find that every time he talks, he adds to the BJP's votes. That is my humble view.
Okay, thank you, sir. Milind Joshi, sir, would you like to express any opinion?
As happens in politics, there are very strong opinions for and against. So people who support Rahul Gandhi or oppose Modi find that it is wrong, and the government has intervened to disqualify him. And people who are for Modi or against Rahul Gandhi, they say that it's only the court which has acted. Personally, I agree with GV that this is a bright example of how wrong advice can ruin a person. This man, I have listened to the the video in which he has clearly slipped up in saying that all Modis are chores. That was completely unwarranted. See, what you talk about Narendra Modi, what you talk about Lalit Modi, you cannot spread it onto the entire Modi clan. That is wrong. Okay, but he did it. And I think he did it because he is extremely poor in his command over language. That is where he erred, and he should have taken, that is where I feel.
I hope someone revives it. It will be a pleasure actually meeting everybody in flesh and blood under a very nice atmosphere at Kavan Park in Bangalore. But if we can't have that, at least let us have this, either Zoom or Google Meet or Skype. I am game, and anybody who invites me, I would be very happy to join you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to interact with people.
Okay.
Welcome, GV sir, Milind Joshi sir, Achal Gautam sir. We are very glad you are here.
How are you, Ankit?
My kids?
How is Ankit?
Ankit, acha, okay. Ankit is, I can't see his face. I can see only Achal Gautam and Milind Joshi's face. Others, I see only some logos.
Yes.
But are they present, or they are going to make themselves present later? I can see Arvind Wari.
I think Sayan has come. Sayan has come.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir, yes, sir. Actually, all the logos people, they have actually turned off their camera, so only their name is visible,
Okay.
but they are
That means
present.
are they able to hear all of us?
Yes, sir. You all are audible.
Okay.
But I would indeed like to see the faces of some of the people. I have always admired their writing. I would like to see the faces once. And then, yes, for better connectivity, we can shift back to no camera.
Yes.
No. A lot of people are camera shy on the web. Just as there is stage fright, plenty of people are internet shy. They don't like to show their faces. And classic example is our great and famous KB, Kantaswamy Balasubramanian. I am more curious to see his face than any other face on Quora.
Yeah.
HD sir has also joined us.
Yes,
Welcome,
HD sir.
Subramaniam Anna.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, Anna. Arvind Warrior has also joined with us.
Okay, and we are about 19 in all so far. That's a good number.
Oh, we have Arvind Warrior also. Great.
We tried contacting other Qorans too, but we didn't get any reply from them. We will try to organize bigger meeting next time. So this is just okay.
Mahesh,
Shall
you
we
Good.
can
start?
start.
Okay, Sam, you can start with.
Okay, first of all, very thank you to everyone who took time from their busy schedule and joined us here today for this wonderful session. Once again, I welcome GV sir, Achal Gautam sir, Milind Joshi sir, Subramanya Manna, and Arvind Verier sir. Very thank you for joining us today. And at last, I would also like to thank Mahesh for taking time from his college studies and arranging this online session. Thank you, Mahesh. You can start now, Mahesh.
Okay. So as we all know why we are here. So I have been on Quora for more than 3 years, and so I have seen so many casual Quora meetups happening, but actually no political meetup has happened ever on Quora, if my knowledge serves right. So, and the sad thing is that many of the political writers are not also invited for casual meetups. Of course our area politics is a little controversial. So that's why we have a sheer number of intellectuals on Quora on both sides of political spectrum, be it left and right wing, and they both equally makes very good points regarding any matter. So one of the saddest thing is that we are never able to interact with our political writers, although we admire them wholeheartedly and take inspiration from them. Now, as we all have gathered together, as we all have gathered today, let us make this event a huge success. Okay, so this won't be dependent on me also, but it will depend on all the audience who are here, and the way they all interact with these top writers and take their views on different political matters happening around the world. So we will there is a little change in program. We will first begin with Indian politics, and then we will move to international and geopolitics. Okay, so that was the introduction. Okay, so I will inform some rules now. So Krishna Yadav has joined. Okay, so I will now inform some rules. So first, initially I will ask some question. So top writers who are here will give their views to us. So then we will slowly move to